everybody. Welcome back to another episode. We are here to make your
Welcome back.
ears bleed once again with useless but very interesting factoids about movies you may or may not have ever heard of before.
Today we have a really interesting movie that we watched recently that's a bit of a cult classic that I didn't hear about until I saw it just kind of sitting on a shelf. The
As
Toxic
usual.
Avenger, the first one.
Yeah, yeah. Not the remake, not the 2023 remake. We're not talking about that one. We're talking about the one specifically from 1984, the first one, the
Yeah.
original, hardcore original. But yeah, so today we are going to be talking about the Toxic Avenger, which I did not realize was actually as popular as it is. Because when I looked at the case, I'm like, oh, this is just a stupid movie with a stupid case with probably a stupid plot. But man, does this movie loved.
This movie has a very interesting set of charm to it. It very obviously doesn't take itself seriously. And it came out in 1984, you said?
Yeah,
Yeah.
1984.
It puts every stereotype physically possible into the same movie of the era it was recorded in, which is interesting because usually parodies are usually done, after.
Oh yeah, but because the movie itself is super interesting. But James, I was doing research and preparation for this. I found out a lot of interesting things, not only about the movie specifically, but also the company Troma Entertainment that made the movie.
Yeah, they're named after the fictional town of the movie, right?
No, Troma is the studio that made the movie, and they just kind of, I guess, they named the town after
Yeah.
the studio that made it. But um, but it's really interesting. So, Troma is actually one of the longest, like the oldest continually operating full independent movie studio in the world. It's the oldest.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, like it was founded by the two guys that directed the movie. It started in 1974 and it's still in business today.
Really? What have they made anything recently?
Um Let me check because I know that they are the ones that have all of like the sequels to Toxic Avenger underneath their belt. Um, let's take a look. Let's see movies. Oh damn, they didn't make Cars 3. Hang on, wait, hang on. Wait. No, wait, hang on.
Did you think they made Cars 3?
No, it's just like damn. Okay, so they've made A Midsummer Night's Dream. Um do. What the fuck? They made a movie in 2000 called, I kid you not, Angel Negro.
What the hell? What's that one about?
I don't know, and I don't think I want to know. They also made one called Baconhead, Attack of the Troma Maggot, Baconhead, Banana Motherfucker, Cannibal the Musical. I've actually heard of Cannibal the Music. I haven't seen it, but
They produced Cannibal the Musical?
yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. I actually really like that. That's made by the guys who created South Park.
Really? Damn.
It was actually the very first film project together.
Yeah. Oh, they're the guys that made Poultrygeist.
Ah, so it's one of those silly movie companies. Okay.
Oh, I already have so much respect for them.
Yeah.
I love it. Damn, I love it so much. That's fantastic. But also, you want to know? So obviously, I guess they're a funky company. But you know what's even funkier?
Yeah.
There's a bunch of celebrities that actually got their start at this company.
Which ones?
Well, so like for a few, I don't know all of them, but the top three that did, you're gonna get blown away by the last one. So we have Robert De Niro,
Really?
yeah, Dustin Hoffman, James Gunn, and fucking Samuel L. Jackson.
What?
Yeah,
Jesus, that's insane. That's awesome.
that's fucking insane. Like all of these people got like their their start from here. But yeah, anyway, Troma is very interesting, and they are the guys that made the Toxic Avenger and all the sequels. But yeah, they're usually made for like they're known to make low budget independent films, which are also known as B movies in the film world, which are usually maturely horror comedy, all geared exclusively to mature audiences, and that's
Yeah.
no different for the Toxic Avenger because, as James said, there's a lot of stereotypes, there's a lot of nudity, there's a lot of tits, ass, and gore in this
So
movie.
the gore is actually rather impressive in this movie. There's a
For
specific the
sure.
version that we watched was the one with the full head crushing scene in it. And the head crushing scene, this is mild. I'm not. Can I call this spoilers? It happens in like the first half hour.
Yeah, you know what?
Yeah.
We can just keep doing this. Okay, spoiler alert, by the way. Obviously, I figured that'd be common sense by now, but anytime we usually talk about a movie, we're usually doing a deep dive into the movie a little bit, talking about our thoughts and feels, so we're definitely going to probably mention some spoilers, so if you haven't seen The Toxic Avenger and you want to, click away, come back at a later time after you watch the movie, but if you don't care or you already seen the movie, continue, James.
Once I remember what I was saying.
Head-crushing scene.
Oh yeah. The head crushing scene there, like I said, the gore is actually very, very impressive with what they did in this movie, to the point there's a bit where the three people that routinely harass our main character Melvin, who becomes a toxic Avenger, his name is fucking Melvin, by the way, who becomes a toxic Avenger, this big hulking like 7 foot tall guy. Anyway, these guys that are like constantly harassing and bullying this poor guy aren't just like bullies, they are serial killers and go out in their car and actively run down people in the street. And there's a bit in there where they find a kid on a bike, hit him with the car, and while he's laying in the street, back over him repeatedly until his head squishes like a fucking. And this is all done really convincingly. Like
Hmm.
the crush and the actual gore of it looked kind of disturbingly similar to police pictures I've seen of actual incidents of that.
Yeah, it was crazy. Like the prosthetics and the makeup were phenomenal.
They did a
And
great job.
you want to know? Actually, I looked up what they did for that scene specifically. You want to know what they did?
What they do?
So for the head, what they did is they put a dummy there, and they took like a watermelon or a cantaloupe and put like cranberry sauce on the outside or the inside of it.
Oh, it was a cantaloupe. Okay.
Yeah, something it's like a melon of some sort, and they put like cranberry sauce or something on top of it or inside it. So when they ran over it, it just made a squish.
Yeah. It's very convincing looking.
It was very. I'm like that. There's no way that's a fucking cantaloupe. Like what the fuck? Crazy. But they did really good with it. I love it.
Yeah, they did a great job with it.
But yeah. So yeah, this movie's already a fucking acid trip. Because within the first 5 minutes, it's so hard to explain. It's so hard to explain. Like, I don't know if there's a pot. It's one of those you have to see it to believe it kind of things. It's so strange. Like, and there's like if you look at the cover, like the actual what is it? The um what's it called? The movie poster. That's the word I'm looking for. Movie poster. Um, you can see like it's just batshit. Like it basically insinuates the entirety of the movie, and I don't wonder if I can actually send it to you, James. No, I can't. Okay, hang on. Okay, it won't let me send it to you. You might have to look it up if you want to. But uh, basically, and I'll put it on the screen for you, nice people watching. It says he was 98 pounds of solid nerd until he became the Toxic Avenger, the first superhuman hero from New Jersey.
This is the whole bit of it is this town that he lives in already is a designated dumping site for
For
toxic
toxic
waste,
waste. Yeah.
like incessantly. Like it's just everywhere, and it's kind of they legit show a bunch of toxic waste sitting on top of a designating the place as a nature preserve.
That was fucking funny.
Yeah,
Yeah, like,
the
no,
whole
like, yeah, this poor fucking kid who is like a mock boy, just falls into a vat of toxic waste. Like just that's how he gets his superhero powers. Bloop into
He
waste.
kind of gets thrown into it.
He jumps out the window
Yeah, he
and
goes
just kind of
directly into the
dives
bat,
into it.
yeah, the conveniently parked thing of toxic waste outside the gym. Gym? Yeah, that he worked at.
Gym's fitness center. We'll call her Jim. That's what it is.
Now, because of the fact that this place is already a toxic dump zone, it kind of influences a majority of character actions in this because almost no one in this town is normal. Nobody. They have the most like
No.
overtly corrupt mayor possible. He's fucking huge too. Dude looks like Kingpin. We got that. Uh, there's crime everywhere. People do not react like humans. Everyone has like negative empathy for some reason.
Yeah, but it's such a fucking wild and wacky movie. Like it's definitely one of those outrageous cult films
Yeah.
for sure. Excuse me. I don't know why a yawn decided to suddenly overcome me, but like, but yeah.
Okay.
So the first few minutes of literally the opening credit. I remember specifically the opening credits for the movie is literally like the gym, and you just see tits, ass, thighs just going at it,
Yeah. All of them are
working
wearing
out,
super
sweaty
super.
people,
All of them
men
are
in
wearing like
speedos.
yeah. All of them are wearing like the skimpiest outfits they possibly can because it's the '80s.
Oh yeah. No, James. I wonder if would you wear a speedo?
Christ, that would look awful in a speedo.
Oh my god. Hey, the French guys do it.
I I think one of my favorite entire scenes in this movie is the bit where the Toxic Avenger, because of how he was harassed, and after getting these insane superpowers and being super strong, basically bulletproof, he takes it upon himself to mop up crime in the town. Uh, Not in like the typical superhero fashion, where he goes and beats up the villain and like scares him off or locks him up. No, he just kills them,
Yeah.
brutally maims, murders them, and then leaves a mop on them on their
Yeah, and
body
then
as a calling card.
literally loves them.
Yeah. There's a bit in there where these like a group of three dudes break into a Mexican restaurant. That's literally called El Mexican Restaurant, from what I remember. And they get in there. They're doing all sorts of awful shit, harassing people, shooting dogs. And then the Toxic Avenger busts in, literally rips a dude's arm off and beats him with it.
Beats him with it. I think
And
it's
then
so funny because remember in the same restaurant, by the way, they had a fucking like Japanese katana on the wall underneath a fucking sombrero.
yeah, one of the action of this movie is kind of reminiscent of like a kung fu movie
hmm
with like really exaggerated sound effects, like the whoosh, whoosh type stuff. And there's a bit with one of the guys he's fighting just turns around and grabs a katana off the fucking wall. And in a Mexican restaurant.
You just sword. Hey, every good Mexican restaurant has a sword, James. Come on.
And in that same scene, he grabbed that one guy and just made an ice cream sundae out of his head.
Yes, and he puts like the little thing in his mouth and then the other guy that he like ties his hands to like the fryer basket and just dips his hands in the and then like when the police get there, he's like, I think we got a crunchy taco deluxe or burrito I don't know, it was something stupid like that. It actually
Or some shit
legitimately
like
made me
that.
laugh.
Yeah.
But yeah, honey, just guess how much the budget was for the first film.
40K.
No, 500,000.
Alright.
And it's so popular that the Toxic Avenger has been referenced in various mediums, like television. It has like multiple television shows, comic books, video games.
It got really, really popular when it came out.
Oh yeah, apparently it's fucking. Oh, it had a fucking musical adaptation.
I could see this film having a musical, yeah. Something also interesting about the monster is they had a separate voiceover for him. That is the
God.
most eloquent sounding man. It kind of reminds me of how they like Claude Rains' voice from Invisible Man.
Yeah.
And just hearing this giant hulking creature that's like grunting and groaning, and then don't
It's
worry,
like,
you're safe with me.
yeah, like it was so funny. I can't remember, like he was all talking to like the like the first time we see him, like you hear the voice. It was like after he went against like the cigar guy, cigar face,
Yeah,
and like the police officer that he was beating up on almost blew his penis off. Was just sitting in a pile of trash, and this guy is like grunting, groaning, doing ape noises and shit, throwing things and Hulk smashing all over the place. And he's come over to the thing. He's like, "Don't worry, I won't harm you." And me and James like, "What the fuck was
I
that?"
had to clarify for you that that wasn't a voiceover; it was actually his voice.
I legitimately thought that it was like a voiceover. I'm like, "Huh, that's really weird." And James like, "Honey, that was not a voiceover. That was his voice." I'm like, "What?
His
What?
he also
Why?"
he gets a girlfriend in this film that's a blind girl, which makes sense because like, he couldn't really get around anyone without them freaking the fuck out if they could see him.
Both toxic and not,
Yeah, and
unfortunately.
but yeah, he actually winds up with a nice girlfriend. They're very happy together. It's one of the more it's one of the actually better relationships I've seen in any of these movies.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure, for sure. And she was so nice too. I'm like, dang, she's like really legitimately a nice person.
Yeah,
But like, it's so because this is definitely a very you can definitely tell it's like a joke movie, but it's also very well made. Like the effects are really good. Like there's a lot of bunch of memorable and colorful supporting characters.
yeah. It's a very well like all the characters were very stand out. Like this, they stand out a lot, all of them.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure, for sure.
Especially
So
the
dang.
crazy ass, probably lead poisoned villains that show up at times.
Oh my god. You know what? I feel like you said, everybody in that town is just like fucking basically cracked out. Like, you know what? How many people did you see that like had cocaine? Because we had like 3 or 4 people in the gym alone that kept like put drugs in their locker, and then like the 2 guys that parked the toxic waste outside of the gym pulled over so like, they could snort coke, and
Yeah, the whole reason
the
they pulled
mayor
over,
the mayor did it a few times. Like what? I'm like,
the,
damn.
the whole reason they even stopped the toxic waste truck in front of that place because they wanted to pull over to snort coke because his buddy who was sitting in the passenger seat is like, hey, remember that dope we snorted? And he holds up a giant ass bag of it.
But like literally just complete coke. Just like literally everything. Just coke. That's
A
it.
lot of drugs,
No,
a lot of drinking,
a lot of titties.
a
Like
lot
oh
of
my
violence.
god, there's so many titties, man. Like two people. Oh my god.
I
So
like the
many.
fact that at the end of the movie where they're having this whole thing where they're trying to kill the Toxic Avenger, like the entire National Guard shows up and they have like a tank pointed at him and shit. But,
Yeah.
and like he goes after the mayor and like everyone turns on the mayor. And instead of doing the typical like fake out ending where they're like, "No, I can't kill you. That'd be stooping down to like a bad level." He rips the guy's intestines out of his stomach and then everyone cheers.
Yeah, literally. It was almost like, oh, what the fuck? But yeah, okay, so let's try to go through this entire plot because there's just so much weird shit to go through. So first, we have our boy Melvin, who is literally like like again with the stereotypes, super stereotypical like 98-pound like janitor nerd that works at this like gym place, and he has, as every nerd has, they have, the typical bullies, which oh my god, the names are funny as hell. So we have the 2 girls of the group, Julie and Wanda, and then you have the 2 guys, Bozo and Slug. All right, Bozo as a character, he has the crazy eyes, dude. Like he has some issues. Like he's the guy who legitimately like he finds joy and satisfaction, and his way of cleaning up like clearing a meltdown is hitting kids with his car,
Yeah.
beating up old women, trying to fit their groceries inside their house. It's just
They're so evil. It's like comically evil.
it's comically evil. Like they do horrible, horrible things, but the way that they do is just really fucking funny. I don't know what it is. But yeah, so they have those characters, and then you got the mayor of the town, who is also the leader of a massive crime ring. But of course, no one knows this for some weird reason,
Because
and
no one looks into it too hard.
no one looks into it too hard. He's just a big fat guy that just gets massages while eating cheeseburgers at the same health club. But I digress. But yeah, so Melvin's bullies, I honestly thought we're gonna get wedgies at some point because that would have made the movie more perfect.
That would have literally made like it would have hit every '80s
They would
like
hit every '80s stereotype. Like I was watching them like
yeah.
there's gonna be a
We
wedgie
thought
in this movie. There's gonna be a wedgie in this movie. No,
we
there
really
wasn't.
thought some like super like '80s stereotypical stuff was gonna happen, and a lot of it did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I was like, damn. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the wedgie and the swirly are gonna pop up here. No, they didn't. It was just weird shit. Like, but yeah, sure, a kid getting his head crushed like a watermelon is in the movie for sure. Yeah, and then a
Yeah.
guy who got his nuts crushed by one of those um uh gym equipment things, the giant metal rod, like the little weight pulley bar thing. I don't know. What do you
Oh,
call
that
it?
also he also put that through that guy's head. The
Oh, I thought it was his penis. Oopsie.
I don't think it was. It was. I'm pretty sure it was his head.
Probably his head. No,
Yeah.
you're right. It was his head. Yeah, because it has like his forehead was crushed.
Yeah, it actually ripped off the entire top portion of his skull and left like the
Yeah.
bottom portion just flailing around.
Yeah, but oh my god. So the people, the main people at this, the jerks at the the gym.
Yeah.
They are horrible people. Like they killed this poor boy in a bicycle in a hit and run, and they take pictures of him.
Yeah, they have like actively keep pictures of all the people they've murdered.
And I thought it was so funny. And I don't know if you noticed, James, but on the side of the car, they had like stickers with like X's and stuff. They had like a dog, kid. One of them was like a freaking like wheelchair. So they've like it's probably canon that they hit some poor fucking guy on a wheelchair that was like gonna visit his grandkids for Christmas or something. Like that's very possible.
They had like the entire. They had the point system literally on like a placard in their car.
Yeah. They just plastered on the side of the door underneath the window. Completely invisible. But yeah, so these guys suck and they like, you know what? Melvin, he's a nerd. We're gonna get him with a prank. We're gonna prank him. We're gonna prank him, boys. So they trick this guy into getting horny with horny feelings for Julie, who makes him wear a pink tutu in a like a pink leotard or something, which he looks fabulous in, by the way,
Yeah.
and
It
made him
also
kiss
doesn't
a
look bad on
sheep.
him. It
No,
legitimately doesn't look bad on him.
it really didn't. But they made him kiss a sheep, and everyone laughs at him, and he's chased around the place by the other customers, and his idea of getting out of the situation, he just jumps out a fucking second story window. Just jumps out the window, lands in a drum of toxic waste, and then just like he's just, and then they're still like literally they're they're still laughing at this poor guy. Like he has like severe burns, he's getting disfigurement, like he freaking bursts into flames.
They're all standing around saying, "Oh, he's faking it."
He's making it as his body is his bro. Like you could roast fucking marshmallows on this kid's ass, and they are laughing. It's like, oh, there's fire. Get over yourself, loser. It's like, get over yourself, dweeb. Yeah. So, this guy, poor guy. Oh no, and they even said it to the fucking officer. Like the officer comes over to see what's going on, and like his hand just fucking engulfs in flames because
Yeah,
he's too close to him. And they're like, "Oh, officer, you can't for sure be on this dweeb side."
like legitimately, the cops come over and try and help him. The second they touch him, his just hands ignite.
It's just. But I love the scene where he's running down the street just engulfed in flames. Like just like not even like, oh my god, I'm gonna die. More like, oh, I gotta go ahead and get my 15-cent ring pop at the gas station kind of run. Like it's hey, I'm like, yeah, if I'm on fire and my face is burning off due to the toxic waste that I just swam in, I feel like I'm trying to find like an iron station at least. Like
What's great
Yeah.
about that bit is when he's transforming into the Toxic Avenger and he's screaming in pain and his voice is getting deeper and he's getting more agonized as he's trying to clean himself off in the bath. His
Mm-hmm.
mother is standing outside the door, completely oblivious, hears his voice lower and goes, "Oh, my little Melvin, he finally hit puberty."
No. Yeah, yeah, he did. But like deep voice isn't the only thing he got. Shit.
Fucking horrifically deformed.
Yeah, just not downstairs. Bounce chicka wow wow.
Christ.
Hey, hey, hey! Their words, not mine.
Yeah, that was the literal word of the his girlfriend in that movie.
It's like wow. It's like their face. Oh my god. But you know what? Hey, you know what? On that point, and I don't mean to get technical here, but so he's, I'm assuming, a little contagious, a little on the contaminated side, right? He's in toxic waste.
Yeah.
And I don't think he really properly washed it off. If they had sex, which it was shown in the movie
Yeah.
that they did,
Yeah.
how the fuck is she okay?
I
How
thought
how
about
how is her
maybe at that
pussy
point
not like melting at the seams? Like
it had been a while after, so I think it just kind of didn't really I think
it
at that
wasn't
point it kind of
that
died down.
contaminated anymore.
Yeah.
Be like, oh my god. I thought it was like, I don't know why it was so. You know what? Also, was going back to the mom. I just realized. So, I don't know if she ever really saw him, you know, transform or anything into the Toxic Avenger. The only time that he popped back at home was after he, went out
His mom
and
freaked the fuck out.
freaked out. Was like, no, mommy.
She just screams.
And then at the end of the movie, it's like, you leave my son alone. Like, how do you know your son is the Toxic Avenger? Wait, how do you know? Like, you kicked him out of his house because he's ugly. Like, come on, don't do that to my boy. But yeah, so he gets superhuman size and strength and a massive dick, among other things. I'm
Also,
not, I'm not, I'm not associated with that. It's a joke, I swear.
you're good. And also like an extreme bloodlust for specifically attacking people who are he considers
Bad
evil.
people.
Yeah.
Which we even
He's ashamed by it in the movie. He doesn't like the fact that he goes out and murders people, but he just kind of I guess he just has some way of telling if someone's an
Yeah,
asshole.
because remember in the movie they were saying, I think it was like the mayor or something. Someone, either the Nazi, but yeah, we'll get to that in a second. But they said something about like how like he can hone in on bad people. Like he just kind of knows that people are bad. He's like, oh, I gotta go for them.
Yeah. Like even people he didn't directly witness anything bad happening, like the drug dealer in the gym.
Yeah, he just knew. No, not even that. It wasn't the drug dealer in the gym. It was the old lady. It was like the lady at the dry cleaners.
Yeah, the old the small elderly lady that was a played by a little person. Where he picks her up and throws her into the fucking washing machine, and then
He
kills her
impresses
with the
her,
drying rack. Yeah, and
but
at that time, no one possibly would have known that, but she was like the leader of like a white supremacist ring, and owned slaves and shit.
yeah, they said that she had like a mile long like fucking warrant list out for her. I'm like, holy shit,
Yeah,
grandma got balls.
it just looked like a sweet old lady too.
Yeah, she's so nice, and nope, she's just like, really, really, not a nice person. But yeah, so anyway, going back on that, we get to our first like group of gang people, bad people that the Toxic Avenger deals with, which is a group of drug dealers led by a criminal named Cigar Face.
Who for
And
some reason looks like I think it's Keegan Michael Key. It
he
looks just
does.
it might be just because he has a shaved head, but it looks like Keegan Michael Key threw a mustache on.
Oh, absolutely, it does, 100%. But and again with the amazing names, he's with his two buddies, like his two goons, I guess is what they call it.
Yeah,
But
the actual actor's name's Dan Snow, by the way, who
and
plays
Snow,
who
Cigar.
plays Cigar Face.
I'll have to look them up. The name sounds vaguely familiar, but not ringing bells at the moment.
Funny enough, he's
But
been in all of the Toxic Avenger movies.
Oh shit! Damn. Okay, good for him.
He's one of only two
Yeah, he
actors
didn't
who
get
made an
killed, by the
on-screen
way. At
appearance
least
in
that I
every
know
single
of.
one. He did
Yeah.
die,
Oh no, he did. Oh damn. Oh, he just plays different characters, maybe.
probably.
Yeah, because I remember that he killed his goons, which, by the way, amazing name. So it's Knuckles is one guy, and then a guy, like an obvious dude, that dresses like a woman, whose name is like, kid you fucking not, Nipples.
Knuckles is played by Doug Eisbeck, I think. I have no Eisbeck, maybe. I don't know how to
I
pronounce
think
his last name there. And Charles Lee Jr. plays the guy named Nipples.
Nipples, Charles
Yeah.
Lee Jr. Yeah. But yeah, so I guess this police officer comes by, and they're like, "Oh hey, we're gonna give you money if you don't basically tell on us." The guy refuses, and they just kind of the bad guys kind of brutalize him and threaten to castrate the guy with his gun, and Toxic Avenger comes out of the way, kills the goons, leaves a map on their face as like I guess a call sign of sort, and Cigar Face survives, but he has his testicles smashed by the Toxic Avenger before he's able to escape,
Like he
which
quite
sucks.
literally was. He got shoved into like a bin and then was repeatedly punched in the balls for like a solid 10 seconds. Just
Yeah, like this.
repeatedly.
Yeah, yeah. James, that sound. Yeah, he's never gonna see that in his life ever again. Anyway, moving on. I just okay. What numbers does that bring up my sex jokes to? Like 5 already?
I think 5 now.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna have a tally sheet then. I don't know. Um. But yeah, so he got his blue balls bad by the Toxic Avenger and fucks off. And the officer is like, "Oh man, this guy saved my life." And you know, he tries to go home. Mommy says nah, faints upon seeing him, and this guy goes to the junkyard and makes like a little makeshift home, makes it all nice and pretty too. Like he's a this guy. I need to hire this guy as an interior decorator because
He decorated
man,
it quite well.
yeah, it was okay, nice, like it was very homey.
Yeah.
But yeah, so our mayor dude, it's like, oh dang, these people of mine died. Ah, that guy won't come for me. There's no way. Oh, um, and then we go to the Mexican restaurant, literally called El Mexican Restaurant.
I love the name of it. Just so very simple.
Yeah, Jane, do you want to like talk about the Mexican restaurant scene? Because there's so much that fucking happens here.
God damn. So already these 4 people bust into the place, who are
Yeah,
another gang of just hooligans, murderers, evil people.
yeah. I think
They
I
shot.
think
Yeah.
they're it was like 3 dudes that were named like Leroy, Frank, and Rico. I think that's their names.
Yeah. Leroy, Frank, and Rico. Yeah. Frank was which one was the one that had half his face painted and was only wearing the bottom half of a
That
like
was
bodysuit?
Rico. Yeah,
Yeah.
Rico was the guy that had the face. At least I think so. Frank was the guy that was kind of in the kitchen, and then Leroy was the guy at the front. No,
Guy who got his arm
yeah,
off. Yeah.
yeah. He was the guy that was like the lead guy.
What the hell? Okay,
Hmm.
so the guy who plays Rico, I want you to guess what other film he's been in.
Um, his face looks very familiar, but I can't really pinpoint it. Is it one that we've watched?
It's a pretty well known one. He was in Independence Day in the 1996 one.
Really?
Yeah,
Shit. I haven't seen any of the movies, but I know of them, so that's crazy. I know Jeff Goldblum was in them, but or at
and
least one of them.
I have no idea what he played in Independence Day, but he's credited with a an appearance in Independence Day.
Damn, good for him.
Yeah. It's Michael Russo is the actor.
Michael Russo. Okay.
Yeah, but yeah,
Nice, nice.
but that's an deranged fucking fight scene,
Yeah, they kill some guy, almost rape a blind woman,
which is
kill
what.
her dog, and then almost try to rape a blind woman.
You know what's great about the dog is after they pan back to it, someone talking about how they killed her dog. If the dog is very clearly still breathing and looks absolutely happy.
Oh,
Like he didn't really try to even play dead. He's having a good time.
Yeah, poor guy's like, I got shot. I'm having a great time right now.
Wait, that's probably my favorite fight in the entire movie, just because of how how absolutely nuts the entire fight scene is with people being thrown everywhere, a guy getting beat with his own arm.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
Oh yeah, some
samurai
guy
sword
gets
getting
covered
pulled
like
off the
whipped
wall.
cream and a cherry before having like a milkshake straw rammed into his throat.
Yeah,
Oh, one guy was stuffed in an oven.
yeah. That was Frank. Who, interestingly enough, Frank, that was his name, right? Yeah, Leroy actually. Leroy was
Leroy?
played by an actor and writer named Patrick Kilpatrick. Who,
Patrick. Wait, his name is Patrick Kilpatrick?
yeah,
Damn.
and he's been doing. He actually has a lot of stuff. He was in Minority Report with Tom Cruise, Dark Angel with Jessica Alba. He's been in public broadcasting for a long time, Los Angeles Theater Center. He's been in a lot of stuff.
Damn. Look at him go. But like this guy, like, I think he got back at one of his bullies, like the one of the girls, like he fucking burns her ass on like a sauna heater.
He picks her up and shoves her ass onto the sauna heater.
Yeah, like the hot coals in a
Yeah.
sauna. Ouch. Like he kills some drug dealer by crushing his face with like a weightlifting machine. He um a group of men. Oh my god, the fucking pimp scene.
Oh yeah, the pimp brings out like a 12-year-old girl who he tricked into getting in the limo because she thought she was going to the David Bowie concert instead. He pulls her out. Hey, you want? Hey, $12, only 12 years old, and he turns around and just fucking throws the guy into a wall. And then
But then
the limousine opens up, and all his buddies get out to come help him, and it's
mhm.
like a fucking clown car. It's just guy after guy after guy.
Yeah, and it's like I think we counted like fucking like 10 people, 10 or 12 people.
Yeah, people just poured out of that
We're
limousine.
like, "Oh my god." Oh yeah, he saved two people from getting run over by Bozo's car.
Yeah. And he even killed Bozo by getting in the car with him and holding down the gas pedal and forcing him to swerve all over town. Almost putting him through a playground at one point, actually.
But oh my god, like it's and it's but dang, what other deaths did we have? Like oh yeah, Cigar Face comes back with like covered in bandages and shit. Brings a bunch of like goons with him to try to like get the monster, I guess, or not the monster, or the Toxic Avenger. And before they get a chance to fire on him, he jumps up to like a fire escape, and they end up shooting and killing each other.
Yeah.
And Cigar Face gets away again, and then he pursues Julie, the lady that tried to trick him and whatever. And cuts off her fucking hair in a basement. By the way.
That entire chase scene is the most really straight up slasher scene I've ever seen in
Oh,
in this entire film.
absolutely. They
It's a
definitely
long,
took
prolonged
inspiration
chase.
from that.
She's getting tripping over herself all sorts of ways. And it's funny, I don't think her death's even explicitly shown. He just catches her and slowly walks up to her and that cuts.
Yeah. Yeah, he just has scissors in his hands. Like, yeah, he's gonna just cut her hair, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Bozo, yeah, so I guess Bozo and Slug attack this poor old lady, steals her car, and I guess they're trying to get Julie. She doesn't show up because, obviously something happened to her. And um the Toxic Avenger comes out trying to save the day. They try to run him over, doesn't work out. He jumps on top of the car and grabs Slug, crushes his neck, and just throws him out of the moving car. Just yeets him out of the car, and he grabs Bozo's face and he's like, you know what? I'm Melvin, bitch, and swerves a bunch, almost hits children on the playground, all that good stuff, and he's like, enough's enough. He tears the wheel off of the car. Bozo drives off the sides of a cliff. The car crashes and bursts into flame, burning Bozo alive. But of course, Melvin's not affected.
Yeah.
Hmm?
And it rolls like 8 times too.
Oh my god, it was like, yeah, it just kept going and going and going and going and going. Yeah. Oh, also, I just looked it up because I was curious. That seemingly innocent old lady in the dry cleaning store. No, apparently she was the leader of an underground white slave trade. So damn. But yeah, so after the thing, he's like, you know what? I'm a bad person. I can't stay here no more. And Sarah's like, you know what? You have a special spot. Let's move away from here. So they just take a tent and go. Park out in the fucking woods.
They call in the National Guard, who bring out fucking tanks. The mayor really wants to kill him because he's sick of him wrecking his crime, but they keep trying to capture him. They have a whole little standoff right there. What's great is the point where they find him. It's the two policemen. They're out there like they find the tent. They're like, that's not him. The thing that gets him to turn around and realize that actually is the Toxic Avenger is his buddy went, oh, it's his girlfriend. Oh, she's wearing a bikini. And he fucking grabs the binoculars off the guy while they're still around his neck. He's like, let me see.
Oh yeah, he's like, hot lady in a bikini? Absolutely, let me see. Just honestly though, why the fuck would you wear a bikini in the middle of the woods?
I just felt like it. It's the 80s. People wore all sorts of weird shit.
Yeah, unless they got You know what? Nope, no more, no more sex jokes.
Calm down.
What do you mean, calm down? It's the 80s. This movie is tempting me.
Good lordy.
What do you mean? What? Okay, name one thing I'm doing wrong.
They aren't doing anything wrong. It's just funny.
Hey, I'm a bi woman. I get a pass, bitch. What you are you jealous because I can see tits more than you do?
No. It is funny though.
It is. I'm sorry. I love you, honey.
You're good.
You didn't say I love you back.
I love you too, honey.
No, it's too late now.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. My audio was cutting in and out. I'm sorry, honey.
No, you're not. Lies. It's okay. I forgive you. But yeah. So anyway, they find out it's him, surround him, and they're like, you know what? I'm gonna kill you. But the Toxic Avenger is just kind of like, I'm gonna have none of this shit. So obviously the mayor's evil ways are exposed, and he gets his guts ripped out, his organs ripped over to see if he has any guts.
Yeah.
Literally, that's what they said. It's like, oh, let's see if you have any guts, and just rips out his stomach, grabs his stomach and intestines and all that good stuff.
Rips him straight up his gut.
And then he just kind of leaves, like he's just there. He's just there. And he's like, oh, yay, I'm a hero, and we're gonna stay here now, kind of thing.
Yeah, he actually does get to hang around still.
He does. He does. But, yeah, so, like, that's basically the super speed run of the Toxic Avenger. Like, super speed run. But apparently there's, like, a bunch of cut scenes, too.
There's a lot of cut portions of this film. Like, there's about 1 million, like, different actual cuts of this. Because it got heavily censored. The best version, in my opinion, to watch is probably the unrated one. Which is interesting that it got released and became such a cult thing, unrated, because normally unrated movies or things that are rated this heavily get, like, murdered in the box office.
Mm-hmm.
Usually that's a death sentence for a film. Not for this film
Yeah.
though.
Yeah. I mean, this film got so popular that fucking Marvel Comics published the actual of the Toxic Avenger comics.
So
Marvel.
very, very technically, this is part of the Marvel universe.
Yeah. And also apparently, looking it up, apparently, it was supposed to have a crossover with RoboCop, but that was canceled,
Oh, that
unfortunately.
would have been sick as hell.
That would have been so sick, dude. Damn, they missed an opportunity. They really missed an opportunity.
They really did.
But yeah.
Eh. All in all, it's a really, really good film. If you guys haven't seen it, I heavily suggest going to watch it.
Why the fuck did I just get an advertisement for Gamer Supps? Why? I don't drink that shit.
I do. It's because
James.
YouTubers are like make flavors, and I want to support them.
Oh, because you like to drink titty milk.
Look, that's not my fault. Schlatt named it fucking titty milk.
No, go ahead and explain, hun.
I didn't
You
buy that one. I bought Guacamole Gamer Fart from my good friend Jarek.
uh-huh, yeah, sure, whatever you say,
Yeah.
pal.
He bought me titty milk.
Oh, yeah, he did, didn't he?
Yeah, we traded flavors.
Trade. The trade. Be enough of titty milk. No more. I'm taking your titty milk days are numbered, James.
I still haven't gotten through it a lot just because I usually forget it sitting there on my counter.
That's fair. But
And usually when I go for caffeine, I go make a cup of coffee instead.
yeah. And then you shit for hours. I don't know. I don't drink coffee, so I just heard that that's what coffee makes you do, just shit your brains out. But anyway, Toxic Avenger, everybody. Yeah. So apparently it got so popular that it spawned 3 sequels. The Toxic Avenger Part 2, which came out in 1989. The Toxic Avenger Part 3, The Last Temptation of Toxie, in 1989, and then the last one is Citizen Toxie: The Toxic Avenger 4.
Yeah. These ones we have not seen yet. We've only watched the first Toxic Avenger, and I didn't
Yeah,
even know there was other Toxic Avengers until after the movie.
yeah, literally, I didn't know either. The Toxic Avenger cinematic universe, as you will, because it really seems to be reaching that level.
I need to watch the rest of these films. There's no way that I can jump the shark harder than the first movie.
Oh, it could. Who knows, man? Who knows, man? Who knows? But that's crazy. Just I can't believe how successful it was for like a B movie.
Yeah, they did a really good job.
Be like, I think that like my favorite line in the entire movie was like, "I'm not a monster. I'm a janitor."
I'm a janitor.
I'm a janitor.
Yeah, it's one of the another one of my favorites that movies that I've sat down and watched. It was just captivating the entire way through. I never felt bored during the film. Its pacing was
Yeah.
great.
Oh yeah, it was definitely entertaining for sure, for sure.
The music, the original soundtrack created for the film, which is pretty much there's no, I don't, yeah, all the music in the movie was written by the person
Yeah.
who I actually don't know who did the music for it, but they
Yeah.
did they directly wrote. It seems like all of these
The
originally for
music.
the film. Yeah,
Oh, that's really neat.
especially because the fact that Body Talk, the basically main theme of this movie, the
Hmm.
really 80s song that plays anytime they're in the gym. That
It was
was
a
originally
banger.
made by the guy.
Yeah, that was a banger. Though, like honestly, legitimately a good
Yeah.
song.
It's a good song. It's a really good song. We
But damn.
thought based on the guy's voice, we thought it was Michael Jackson at
Yeah,
first.
I honestly thought it was Michael Jackson. I'm like, whoa, nope. He just did a really good job making it sound 80s.
Yeah, which makes sense because it was the 80s.
Yeah, but this is really also interesting. This is a great, definitely cult classic, and you can tell that it's garnered a strong following over the years because it has like a super unique mix of comedy, horror, superhero films. Like it leaves a definitely long and lasting impression on the people that watch it because it has over the top memorable characters, memorable scenes, satirical take on social societal issues. It has very gory yet hilarious scenes.
I'm kind of
I mean,
surprised at the level of violence this film had for being such a goofy movie.
I know, and like the low budget production too, but it also has an unconventional storytelling. But that just cements the best of it. That just cements the good of it. It makes it so unique. Like it's like one of those movies where you just sit down, grab some popcorn, gather with your friends, and just you'll be crying, laughing, cringing, cheering, shitting, pissing, coming.
Yeah, it's a really good film. It's well worth any time that you guys spend to watch it.
Yeah,
It's pretty easy to find too. You can usually find YouTube always has renting options.
yeah. I go to FYE or something. Weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely don't let your children watch. Definitely not a children movie.
Oh yeah,
But
this is a bad idea for a child
don't
to watch,
don't watch. Yeah, don't watch your children. Don't let your children watch this. But I mean, then
especially
again,
if the
I
head
also
cracking scenes in there.
yeah. But then again, also I watched a child. Oh my god, I don't know if I told you, James, but I went to a movie theater once,
Yeah.
and it was at the time where Midsommar was in theaters. Some poor mom and this mom got her and her like 5 or 6 year old daughter a ticket to this movie.
Oh, I love
They go
Midsommar.
in, we
Oh
walk
yeah, I remember
out,
because they thought like it's the way Midsommar looks. If you just glance at it real quick, it just kind of looks like
a cute
a movie.
movie and happy movie. They
It's
walk
an
because
Ari Aster. It's an Ari Aster film.
it is. We'll talk about that definitely on the podcast at some point in the future. But these two come out at the same time that our movie's done because they're about the same. Oh my god, their looks on their faces were so fucking funny. I didn't watch the movie at that time, but oh, excuse me, it was so fucking funny. Like she was crying, I didn't know why. Now I know. Now I know.
I've had a
Especially if
similar bit like that happen where I was in a theater with my father watching the Joker movie when it came out,
oh
or
no.
Joaquin Phoenix, and there's an elderly couple sitting next to us that I don't think realized what type of film they were sitting down to watch because after one of the trailers played, they very loudly said something about how it was confusing to them, like I don't get how that works in the about average Florida accent you can probably imagine,
Yeah.
and I. Good God, I wonder what they thought of that film because that's not like the rest of Batman movies. That's a pretty serious movie.
Oh yeah, the movie was bonkers. It's a really sad movie too.
I felt sad for like 3 hours after watching that movie.
Yeah, I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
That hit me hard. That movie hit me like a truck. But
That movie legitimately made me feel bad. It was a good
yeah,
film.
oh, it definitely did its job. Excellent storytelling. But yeah, oh god. Um, but yeah, like Midsommar is a whole nother fucking beast. Which that definitely is gonna be an episode on its own because I have a lot of feelings about that movie. Good feelings.
Oh yeah.
Good feelings. But we'll get to that at a different point. Um, so it was just yeah. But yeah, like I really, really like this movie.
Yeah. Honestly, I rated one of the high. It's one of my personal favorite, just little independent films I've watched.
Yeah. But apparently there's also like it's a movie for like a first big. I think one of I can't remember her name. It's not coming to me. But one of the extras that was coming out of the shower, actually was a is actually an Oscar winning actress.
Yeah,
And she was 18 at the time of this role.
yeah, it was her very first actual role in film.
Mhm. Yeah, I looked up. So the violent looking crushing of a child's head in the movie was accomplished by injecting a melon with corn syrup and red food dye. A wig was placed on the melon and it was fitted onto a dummy. Though cheap, the effect is highly unsettling, which absolutely. But that was really good effects for a
Yeah,
watermelon and some food coloring. Oh my god.
it's one of the most convincing. It's honestly up there with this in Hereditary, the bit of Charlie's head getting knocked off her shoulders.
Mhm.
It's like
Oh
at yeah,
god,
it's
Hereditary, yeah.
yeah. It's actually it's legitimately at that fucking level.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
that movie still fucks with me. Hereditary, oh my god. Fantastic movie, definitely one of my favorites, but god, that movie got me.
yeah, that movie was amazing.
Oh, apparently, oh my god, this is funny. So apparently while they were shooting in an alleyway for the movie, a homeless man stole a prop gun from one of the trailers and was filming the movie.
He threatened the people filming the movie with the prop gun.
Yeah, that he stole from someone's trailer. Yep.
That's kind of funny. Did they know it was a prop gun?
The homeless man? No.
No, the people that were being
I'm
threatened
assuming
by
they
it.
did, yeah.
Yeah, just picturing it. Give me all your money. That's a prop gun, dumbass.
Oh man, Patrick Kilpatrick, yeah, the guy who played Wyrd, quit the film after having to point a shotgun at a baby.
Oh yeah, that's the bit where he pointed that shotgun at the. It was the Mexican restaurant fight.
Yeah, he left the film after he had to do that. He's like, nope, too much for me.
Yeah, understandable. That's one of the bits of just like I said, this movie has just overtoned violence. They go places that honestly I'm surprised they were allowed to because especially nowadays that would get you rating banned if you tried to put that in a film.
Yeah. Damn, the scene where the guide dog gets shot receives the most complaints by Trauma up to that time.
Still, it's funny.
Yeah. Oh no, the sheep that the guy had to kiss was infected with lice, but he didn't find that out until after the scene was shot.
Oh shit! I wonder if they even knew.
Damn. They might not have.
Because sheep just kind of are somewhat dirty most of the time.
Oh yeah. Damn, it took 4 hours to get the guy into the Toxic Avenger costume while he can only eat and drink food through a straw.
Yeah, it's a lot of. There was some really extensive prosthetics they had on that.
Oh no, it was called the Mexican Place. Oh
Yeah,
my god, that's actually the name of the restaurant.
yeah, the Mexican place.
No, like the actual restaurant in real life.
Oh, that wasn't a bit. That's actually a
It's actually a place.
That's amazing.
Yeah, wait, the Mexican Place, New Jersey. Hang on. I'm looking this shit up. I hope it still exists. Wait, what? Did I? No. Hey, wait. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, it's now Popeyes.
Oh, they made a Popeyes. Oh, that's too bad.
That's lame. Oh yeah, apparently the people that played Wanda and Slug actually fell in love and actually end up getting married.
That's nice.
But then they got divorced.
Ah,
But they actually play the couple in the movie. I thought that was kind of fun reading
yeah,
that.
that's right. That's pretty nice. I know that because I was scanning the credits as it was going through, that the lady who was holding the baby, they got the shotgun shoved in their face. That was her actual kid.
Oh damn. Really?
Yeah, because they both have the same
Shit.
last name.
Damn. I would cry a little bit.
At least we know that isn't actually like a real loaded shotgun. I can totally understand why that guy would feel terrible after pointing a shotgun at a child. It's not even like very like just like kind of threatening the thing. It's like basically stuffing the barrel in his face. It's the dude that has the paint over his face.
Mm.
Because remember, he was the one with the shotgun.
Shotgun. I still can't believe someone got. But yeah, apparently the body count for the movie was 27, including the dog.
20. That's a pretty high count.
Yeah, including the dog.
Yeah.
Oh my god, they have a Japanese dub of the movie. Oh no.
God, this must sound nuts in Japanese.
Imagine how it sounds in German.
Oh God.
I'm so sorry, I keep yawning. I'm so sorry, y'all. I keep yawning. I've never really I don't think I've yawned during a podcast. I don't know why the fuck I'm just getting so. Yeah.
I yawn all the time during this stuff. I yawn a lot. I'm just kind of a tired person. But yeah. Anything else we have to talk about this movie?
Um. Nothing I really think of. But yeah, just really cool movie, really fun, really funny.
It'd be great for a watch party with friends.
Absolutely, absolutely, for sure.
But yeah, if you haven't seen this film, definitely go watch it. It's well worth your time. Just do take into account that it has excessive violence and really fucked situations, but
Yes.
it still manages to maintain a layer of humor on that top of it. But definitely don't let your kid watch.
No, for sure. Definitely we're gonna be thinking about and also like for future reference, of course, we cover a bunch of different topics on the podcast. But there is a bunch of movies that we talk about that are definitely usually not, kid friendly. I mean, if you want to show your kids shit, that's on you. But for the record, just usually do your research. Make sure that if you're gonna watch a movie, make sure that your kiddos can watch. If not, put them to bed and then watch it. But yeah,
Yeah,
because definitely we have a few movies. Because I feel like we've been kind of tame with our movies, but we're definitely within the next few podcasts. We're definitely going to be talking about some movies that are definitely heavy hitters. Like, we have Hereditary planned for sure. Midsummar's on there. Ringu we're going to be talking about, which is also very sad.
yeah. I'd love to talk about Ringu.
Ringu's a really, really good movie.
I just like the
Um,
style of Japanese horror.
yeah.
It's more like a folklore type style, and I just always kind of like that storytelling style for the third time in 1 minute.
Yes. They're very creative.
Yeah,
They're super, super creative. But also, We love our funny movies too. So, you know
Yeah,
what? We should you know what? I can't believe we haven't done it. We need to cover Willy's Wonderland.
I would love to cover that film.
That's such a good movie. Maybe we'll
I
also,
love
you know what?
anything
Maybe
that has
we'll
Nick Cage
cover
in it.
both the Willy's Wonderland and FNAF in one video.
That'd be good.
Oh,
I
that
love
would be
anything
that
that.
should be that one should be when we invite Jarek on.
Yeah, I also love anything involving Nick Cage.
I fucking love Nick Cage.
He's probably one of my favorite actors.
Oh, he's for sure is. I love Nick Cage. He's awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, before I start rambling more on, anything else that you wanted we should talk about? Any? Because I know again with the more home film kind of things, we don't have too much to talk about really pertaining to them. But like heavy hitters like Hereditary and Midsommar and that kind of stuff. FNAF movie. Oh my god, I can go out and talk about the FNAF movie
Yeah.
forever because I'm
There's
to
gonna be
the
a lot to
core.
talk about with that. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah,
Both of us
anything.
were a part of the generation that was heavily into FNAF, so
Oh god, don't remind me.
yeah. For those of you listening that have no idea what that term means, it's Five Nights at Freddy's.
Five Nights at
Shortened
Freddy's.
shortened to FNAF for like the acronym of it. But
Yeah,
yeah, I honestly don't have much else to say about this film other than go watch it.
yeah, same. Same. And again, I apologize that our last few episodes have been a shorter side. Again, we're definitely trying. We've been super busy with stuff, but we're gonna try to hope that we can get more time to watch movies.
Yeah.
And definitely a good one will be in the works. Maybe we'll bring a guest speaker on or something. You know what? I wonder if your mom would be down to a podcast with us.
She'd probably be happy to.
I'm sure.
I'm
What
not
if
sure
I
I'd get
would?
a word in if she came.
Hmm?
I'm not sure I'd get a word in if she joined us.
It's okay. It's okay. We'll think about it.
Alright. Other than
Well,
that,
anyway, yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
you're good. Other than that, I don't have much else to say except hope you all having a good night wherever you are, and stay spooky.
Stay. I need to come up with more. Okay, I got this. Drum roll, please. Stay spooky, y'all.